right, guys, we got Sammy Chagolla. Just took silver medalist at the Vetran Worls in Serbia at 138.5 pounds, which is 66 kilograms. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be back. It was a long journey, and once again, the flight was 22 hours, and it just took a lot out of you going there and coming back. But it was a journey, definitely a journey.
Yeah. What was the culture like being over there in Serbia?
The culture, it's known for being called war-torn Serbia. We've had a lot of wars there. A lot of things have happened in that country. But what I can tell you is the people are very friendly. But as an American going there and trying to just wrestle, they're familiar with different cultures. But once you're an American and you have an American outfit, you feel a little bit uneasy. I did. As a matter of fact, when I was out running trying to cut weight, I only went 100 yards away from our hotel because the Russians, the Germans, and everybody else, they have their outfits on. But once they see USA, it changes everything. I had my whole outfit on, and so I felt a little bit uneasy at certain times, but I never ran by myself or never went anywhere by myself. And not saying anything bad about Serbia, but just it's so different over there, and you got to be careful when you're traveling. So,
did they treat you good? Like when they did see you, did they?
Oh yeah, they. As a matter of fact, they wanted an outfit all the time. They wanted a USA Wrestling shirt, or they wanted something from the United States. Treated us with a lot of respect. At the same time, you're a little bit, once again, uneasy because you don't know what, you don't know what they're thinking. At the same time, you're there to just do business. And for me, when I was younger, it was a little bit different. You're excited. Now I was just there to go wrestle and try and bring home a gold medal. That was my job. So.
What was the weight cut like?
The weight cut, it's interesting. I kept my weight down since November of, this past year, 2013. And once my dad died, I finally started cutting the weight and making it down a little bit lower. And he died on January 12th. So once again, I've been keeping my weight down. I wish I would have done it like this in high school and in college. But the weight, to me, I was very focused. Most of the guys that were there cutting weight were either 9 or 10 pounds over, and I only had to cut 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds.
Oh, really?
And I just ran and just drilled for an hour, and I was under 2 pounds. So there was no problem for me because I always maintained my weight very well.
So you didn't feel like the effects of cutting weight on your performance? Like you were pretty good on weight?
No, as a matter of fact, that's one thing I promised myself, that I wasn't going to be cutting weight and getting in a sauna and doing the craziness that the young kids do. I mean, I'm too old to be doing that stuff, but I did it the right way, and so I didn't feel the effects of any weight cutting. I think the airplane flight, jet lag, we only got 10 and a half hours of sleep from Saturday all the way to Thursday when we came back. So I was just wrestling on adrenaline at the time, and my wife was pretty drained. And it's just, once you get to that point, you're just wrestling. So it was a tough, long trip for me.
Who went with you on this journey?
My wife, Carrie, went with me. We were supposed to take our daughter, Chloe. We had her passport. And we just decided after the killings of certain Americans, the beheading of certain, we just felt like it was too dangerous to even take that risk. My high school wrestling coach, Mike Corey, went with me, and so did Wes Herrera, who took all the photographs that you've been showing in US or Arizona Wrestling.
That's cool. What was the overall experience? Like, the long 22-hour flight, running outside over there, wrestling in Serbia. What would you say that experience is like? Are you glad you got to go through it all?
Well, I would do it again, but not necessarily in Serbia. I think that once again, it was so far, the flight was so long, and I think they could have had it in a better place. Nothing against Serbia, but I just think more people would have gone to, Germany or Switzerland, Sweden. I think that the flight had an effect on a lot of people. It didn't have an effect on me until I left on Thursday. My knees have not been the same. Literally, my knees have not been the same since I got on the flight Thursday morning at 4 o'clock to come back. So I'm just easing into running and wrestling again a little bit. But I don't know, my knees got swollen because of the flight and we couldn't move or anything, but I walked in the airplane. I think the other thing is preparing for such a thing like this, people don't take you serious. You know, I'm 50 years old. They say, well, this guy at one time was a good wrestler. Why is he doing this? All I can tell you is people need to understand that everyone has a dream and a purpose in life. And I've just always wanted to be a world champion. I lost in 2009 in Turkey, got a silver medal, and wasn't happy. And at the time, I didn't have a daughter, and my daughter Chloe's now is 4. She's the most important thing to me. And I think something that people need to understand, all you wrestlers out there and coaches that know me, I think you need to understand, people think that I'm successful as a wrestler. My greatest success is not wrestling, but the greatest success I'm ever going to have is my daughter Chloe being born. And I want people to know that. You know, I've had all kinds of accolades in my life, being on the Wheaties box, all these things. But my daughter, I can tell you, is the most important thing to me. That's my greatest success. And she wasn't able to go, but she saw me wrestle in Vegas. I don't know what I'm going to be doing again. I can tell you that I'd like to coach the world team for the veterans. At some time, I might apply for that. And hopefully Arizona Wrestling will help me do something like that and maybe help in that way. But at this point, I'm probably going to just take a year off of competitive stuff until maybe Vegas next year. I'm not sure, but I might become a triathlete
so
right now.
So this isn't the last of you.
Well, here's what I'm saying. There's a picture of me taking off my shoes when I finished wrestling Hungary. I beat him 12-2. And I told my wife, as soon as this match is over, I'm going to make a decision. If you see me take off my shoes and leave them on the mat, I'm officially retiring forever. I started to take off. I took the tape off my shoes. There's a picture of me. I'll probably give it to you so you can post it. Cool. I'm taking off and I'm looking up at the stands at my wife and my coach, Mr. Corey. Out of respect for him, I didn't take him off. So for you wrestlers, I just want you to know, even at the age 50, I still respect my coach enough to follow what he asked me to do. He told me not to take him off because my career wasn't over. And so I respect that. So I never took him off. And I just walked back up to the stands and I hugged my coach and my wife. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to continue to wrestle. I would like to become a triathlete. I'm not sure because I'm just worried about my daughter. I want her to be able to understand that anything is possible if you believe in it and you work hard. And so I'm not sure yet. And I don't want to say I'm not going to wrestle again, but I'd like to just help out kids or maybe some other veteran that that wants to do this because you know what? If you want something bad enough, you can do it. It doesn't matter your age. It's what you believe in your heart. So for all those coaches out there that are still coaching and maybe just want to do something, hey, you know what? You can do it. It's just you're going to have to work real hard. It's a little bit harder as you get older. So
how do you feel about your performance in the gold medal match? I know you didn't get what you went for, but about your performance, is there anything you wish you could have done different, or did you have reviewed the tape at all?
No, you know what? I've reviewed in my head the match against Russia. Once again, I think if people have been following even the Olympics right now, you've just watched Jordan Burroughs and Jake Varner lose to the Russians or Iranians. I've lost to the Iranians and the Russians now, the best in the world. And what I can tell you is I was better prepared at the age of 50 than I was at 45 when I went to Turkey. I knew my opponents, the data on these guys. What I can tell you is he caught me in a position, I call it a fire elbow, Russian fire elbow. I was lucky to get off my back. In my whole career, never would have thought that anybody would have been able to put me on my back that way. Just by luck. He came after the match and said, you know what? He had an interpreter. And he said, I got lucky. And you know what? In the world championships or in any meet, state championship, nationals, there's a lot of luck involved too. And so it wasn't my day. Just like Jordan Burroughs said, hey, every dog has his day. And it wasn't my day. Yeah. It was his. And I've got 2 silvers. I can tell you that in both matches, it could have gone either way. The guy had a great Russian gut wrench, and he caught my elbow and my wrist. And I'm going to be honest with you, nothing else that I could have done could have stopped that. If I would have been on the feet,
yeah,
in my opinion, looking back, he barely beat the guy from Hungary 6-4, and I teched the guy in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
The guy from Hungary came to me afterwards and said, "There's no way that Russian should have beat you." But that's just the way it is. It's that second, you can't make a mistake. You have to wrestle for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
He caught me in a position that I should never have been caught at. And by myself, I drilled that move right now since I've been home 25 times on my own without a partner, because I know you have to be able to know what's happened. It will never happen to me again in any match. I know that, but he was an expert at that. Just like I like takedowns. I'm very good at takedowns. I don't think he could have stopped my takedown, but he got me in a position where he got my elbows and he turned me, and it went downhill from there. But you can't have an excuse.
Right.
He beat me when it counted, and I'm just happy to bring home a silver medal for Arizona and the United States. That's all I can tell you.
We're happy for you. What about your community support? So, did you receive a lot of support from everybody around you?
I can tell you there's been some, a wrestler from Colorado, I don't want to mention his name, but maybe I will. Robert Carey, he was a former wrestler from Colorado, contacted me, wrestled with Mr. Goldman. Anyone knows he was from Iowa. And, a shout out to him. He took care of me because he said that he wasn't able to fulfill his dreams and he was going to help me out with mine. So, Robert Carey, appreciate that. But the city of Peoria, Tony Rivero, Carlo Leone, Peoria has always helped me out. And so the community, teachers, everybody has helped me, man. All my former teachers, students would come up to me. It's just everybody. All I can tell you is I'm blessed to have my brother Mario, who's coaching at Camp Verde, always supporting me verbally through emails. My brother Eddie, nephew Gabriel. I have a brother that passed away. I'm sure he's supporting me there too, man. And so my mom and dad, my sister Lucy, Becky, and I think Ruben, my brother Ruben, who was inside that wrestling room along with Gabriel. Kudos to you guys, man. You saw me go through a lot of craziness. And so all I can tell you, everyone supported me. There's a lot of people that don't believe. They see, for whatever reason, they're looking at, why are you doing it at that age? You're 50, man. You've already won 4 state championships. What are you doing?
Right.
It's not about the medal. It's about, I try and tell people this. You have to have ganas or desire in your heart. And that's more important than ability, okay, or talent. And because if you don't have the desire or the ganas in your heart, you see a lot of people that have a lot of talent and they don't do anything in their lives with that beautiful talent that they have. And so I might not have been the strongest guy, but I had a lot of good coaching from Mr. Corey that gave me the ability to wrestle. And it's just like you, Aaron. You've had a great ability and you had a great coach, And so all I can tell you is I don't know where I'm going to go from here, but I just want to thank every single person for giving me the ability, giving me the financial assistance to be where I'm at. And I didn't do this on my own. Sure, I ran. I did the workouts, but I had great people. I had a young lady, Monique Flores, my niece, who was just, she was getting pounded on. I was trying to help her out at the same time. And Tanner Wright, these guys, I'm helping them out at the same time they were keeping me healthy. And Mike DeFelice, who was my other partner. And all I can tell you is I owe those guys a lot for being in the room when I needed them. And I just want to thank City of Peoria and the Peoria District, man, for giving me the opportunity to go and represent. And for everyone in Arizona, man, I hope you understand that I give it my best shot. But everyone has a dream. Everyone has a goal. But sometimes that doesn't always come out the way you want it. So there's all kinds of possibilities. And I just gave my best shot. And I don't know what's going to happen from here. But thank you guys for all your support. That's all I can tell you.
Well, thank you, Sammy. And congratulations on your silver medal in the Vetran Worls in Serbia. And just want to let you know that Arizona-Wrestling.com will continue to support you.
Thank you very much. And all Arizona coaches out there, continue to tell your kids that anything is possible and continue to support everyone. I think it doesn't matter what age. Help out those veterans that are out there wrestling at my age right now that are going to Vegas. Just a great shout out to all you guys for continuing to keep Arizona. We've had a lot of national champions at Fargo this year, and So all those schools, hey, you guys are doing great, and good luck.